Well, we're starting our live stream now. Welcome, everyone, if you're just tuning in. We're in...
I'm not seeing that stream. You said Facebook?
All right. So... as you can see here, I have the Panzerjager1 reserved. It's a light armored fighting vehicle. It's essentially, you know, a big, the Skoda 47mm L43 gun sitting on top of a chassis. And Hatch, I believe that's the Panzer 1 chassis, isn't it?
Yep. No, I don't have anything. Go ahead and get to it.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks for patiently waiting. We're going to go ahead and spawn in. Let's take a look around the vehicle real quick. Go into third-person perspective. Give you an idea of how tight this must have been. So it's a three-man crew. While you can't see all the ammo compartments available on this, they did stuff ammo pretty much everywhere. So here this is. It's also got a very nice track system that Hatch worked on pretty extensively. I'll turn it on for you because it's got new audio, which is kind of cool. So that's pretty sweet. So obviously we have our driver position here. We'll kind of turn around. You can see some of the ammo stored right there. Again, we don't have all the compartments modeled in on it. And while you won't be able to see your crew, this is the commander position. He is always down until you hit O, just like everything else, and he'll open up here in a sec. There you go. Binoculars. And this is the gunner position. He's using the basically the Pak-36 sight. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fly over to the Leuven forward base where our QA testers are waiting. And yes, if you notice, my interface is a little transparent. That's coming very quickly to the game. Okay, so we have our waiting subjects. Let's go frontally first. Alright, well, we're going to do a very quick and dirty test here. First off, you can see that it currently has an AP count of 76 at the bottom left of the screen. That's armored piercing. And then for high explosive rounds, there are 10. There is no machine gun capability. There is no hull gunner. There's just a driver, a gunner, and a commander/loader. So that's what you should be expecting. So here in front of us we have our victims, Kempe and Blypoop. Again, thanks for doing this. What we're going to be demonstrating here is about, let's see, that's 73 meters engagement frontally to show you how this is going to perform. Again, this is extremely close range, probably not advisable, but it's important to let you see how this is going to react. And then what we'll do is we'll go around the Matilda, front, rear, side, and just sort of fire quite a bit at them, and they'll have to respawn. Kempe, I'm going to start with you. I'm going to fire around, and then I'd like you to let me know if any crew members have been impacted. That kind of feedback will be valuable for our players. And then if you're going to respawn and you're dead, just say so, and then we'll switch over to Bly and just kind of keep doing that. Sound good?
Okay.
Bly, you tracking all that?
Yep, sounds good.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's do this. Oh, also, I just put in a command for basically unlimited ammo. That's for the purposes of testing only. So when you hear the shot, it's going to sound a little goofy. It works properly without that, and I'll demonstrate that later. So here we go.
Number 3's dead.
Okay, so gunner dead right out the gate. And again, this is pretty close range. Let's see what else we can do.
That's number 4. And that's my number 1. That's all crew dead.
Okay, so as you can see, frontally, that's pretty good. Kempe, go ahead and respawn. Bly, you're next. Okay, so this is an engagement range from 130 meters, as you can see from the waypoint over there.
Is my gunner dead? Commander dead?
Well, I'll tell you what. Let's call it there, Bly. Thanks for that. I think if you lost your gunner and your commander, you're pretty much screwed. So we're gonna push this out again to about 150 and see how that works.
Matt, if I remember right, that front hall, I believe the transmission set's in front of the driver. So
Number 3 dead.
Number 3. Okay, so your gunner's already dead. And that was 150. Okay, go ahead and respawn. Thanks, Zeke, for that info. All right, we're gonna try 175.
Gunner dead.
Okay, go ahead and respawn. So that was 175, one shot. You notice I'm aiming at the, from my perspective, the bottom right of his turret, right where the mantlet is, but from his perspective, the bottom left. That's sort of the sweet spot here. Okay, and this is at approximately 200 meters. Kempi, the successful range that during testing, it was what?
It's let me bring it up 1 second.
No problem. I'm gonna keep pounding on you, keep people interested.
So the front was 180 meters max.
180. Okay, I'm gonna try 181 just for kicks. Okay, this is 180 dead on. Oop, that was a little high. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that checks out. Bly, sorry, can't be respawn. Bly, if you could adjust yourself 90 degrees left, so your side's facing me. Okay, right will do. That's fine.
That's my left.
Now, were you guys very successful with turret shots from this range? 180?
150 was the maximum for the side because of the angle of the armor.
Yeah, 150 is a difficult shot though as well, doable though.
Okay, we'll try and bring it in. Alright, we're at 150. Well, okay, we'll try this. So as you can see, it can still take quite a beating from its sides like this. You have to get pretty close. There we go.
That's my gunner dead.
Alright, so yeah. By the way, this is probably not the most entertaining of updates, simply because I'm just sitting here shooting. But you know, the Matilda, for some time now, you've heard particularly the Axis community talking about it, and so this is kind of a hot topic in our community, which is why we're going to this degree to really, you know, share this information with you. It's also to help set expectations for both sides and performance. All right, Bly, go ahead and respawn. I'm gonna adjust over here to Kempy. And Kempy, you know what? I'd like to get some rear shots. We were able to successfully get the gunner from that range. So can you traverse so that I can see the rear of the tank?
Yep.
So as you can see, also the commander does hang out when he is deployed. And yep, so it's kind of funny to do that. All right, so from the rear, this thing gets pretty lethal. So again, we're about, what would you say that range is right now, Kempy?
That's 130.
130?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is. Here we go. Any crew hit?
No.
That looks pretty ugly. Still no crew hit?
Nope.
Trying to remember the sweet spot here. That's okay. Oh, we got something.
That was my number one. And that's my number 4.
There we go. All right, so that's about where it was there. Took a pretty good beating too. The probability of a Matilda just sitting there taking that is unlikely. All right, on to you, Kempy. You're not, sorry, Bly. You're not floating or anything like that, right?
No, I'm good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna push it out to about 200.
I believe the maximum is 525 with the flame.
Status?
All crew alive. Crew member 4 dead. And that's me flamed.
Okay, so the upper right there is a pretty good shot. That was about 200. So we're gonna push back to about 300 and see how that works. My marker's failing. What range is this, Kempy?
1 second, I'll tell you. It's around 290.
All right, almost 300. I'll take it. All right. So as you practice, and I suggest you guys go on the training server, you'll get way more proficient at this. How you doing, boy?
All crew are good.
So obviously, because of these sights, the farther you get out, it makes it a little bit more challenging, especially, you know, after you fire a couple rounds, the barrel starts to act a little funky. I'm going to take off unlimited ammo so you guys can hear the sound. Firing a little low. Okay. Well, I don't want to bore people with my poor, my poor shots at this stage, but it takes a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do now.
Yeah, leaving and rejoining works.
Zoom, do you want to take questions that are unrelated to the tank you just demonstrated, just in the game in general? Do you mind that right now, or? Yeah, cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
To, you know, at least get some perspective on that, right?
Well, for my money, I think it's going to work quite well. It's going to be some much needed competition for the Matilda.
Yeah, I agree.
That has a top speed on the road of 40 kilometers an hour.
We're going to try and demonstrate the traverse range for you now. So it's fixed there, so it's not a fully turning turret there. We're approaching the road. So it is relatively small. It can be hidden pretty well. Players who use this vehicle really don't want to go head-to-head with a Matilda. It's not wise to do that. Or any vehicle, really. You want to come at it and just kind of be sneaky with this thing.
Does the turret, what's it called? Does it turn like a PAX gunner? Like, you have to move the tank once it, you can't, like, move it, the turret around. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's what we were just demonstrating. It's a fixed, basically ballistic shield around it.
So is it like the pack? Like you can't...
Exactly.
So
It's
like
a better example would be like the Stug.
So like, alright. So like you have to turn around if an ET's behind you.
Yeah, exactly. It does not have full traverse capabilities. So this is right there. That's the maximum range to the right, and then we'll go to the left. And that's maximum to the left right there, and then we'll go up. That's max up.
15 degrees left and right.
Yep, we'll go down.
Xoom, is it possible just to hear from Hatch about how you started and finished this process? Because it's very impressive.
Yeah, let's give credit to Boom Boom as well for the artwork, but certainly if Hatch, you'd like to talk about it, by all means. You got a lot of people listening.
He's talking about specifically on the Discord chat.
Yeah, he's here on Discord.
Okay. Well, it started with Boom Boom. I'm sorry, with Scotsman has a library of some different vehicles and stuff that we were able to utilize, and he gets the model to Boom Boom. Boom Boom puts it in I can't remember the format that they are in to begin with, but we end up importing it into Creator, and without getting too deep into the weeds, we orient it within that program how it needs to be for our client, and then we articulate the model, put in the different damage. Trying to think of an easy way to summarize it, but basically there's a visual aspect and there's the actual physics aspect, and they're sort of separate, and we merge those together. And obviously, because it's a model that's being imported, the visual aspects are there, and so what we have to do is merge all the performance data and everything, and merge those two together, and this is sort of the end result. If you have any specifics, I'll be happy to go, deeper there.
No, it's just like I was back in 2006, and then I've been in and out of the game, and like over the last 18 months, 24 months, it's incredible the amount of stuff that's been added to the game. I'm very impressed now.
What kind of gun is it?
Go to 47. It's a Czech gun that they basically commandeered and utilized where they could. Yeah, I'm glad that you noticed over the last, 18, I guess that's about right, 2 years, 18 months. Props to Xoom. I came back on the team at the end of 2016, and I was able to unlock a lot of vehicle capabilities. Well, a lot of the technology had kind of been lost between the old team members leaving and lack of certain kinds of documentation and so forth that required a lot of reverse engineering to figure it all out. And so Xoom contacted me in 2016 and asked if I'd be interested in coming back. And fortunately, I still had most of a lot of the knowledge from before, and then with old Zeke and a lot of other members, Boom Boom, old Zeke, TR6 Al, what we've been able to do is I've been able to hand off these, or open up these different pieces and show the basics of what I know about them, because I'm specifically back in 2003, 2006. My primary focus was vehicle production and stuff. I did the planes, I did the tanks, and so on and so forth. But I didn't do too much, hardly any terrain work, and I didn't do hardly any infantry type stuff, just the weapons for the infantry. And so, but what I did have is I had some terrain knowledge from the initial creation of the terrain and so on. And basically, I was able to demonstrate to Xoom, okay, well, this is what I know. And then with other team members like Al, Zeke, they were able to take that and run with it. And so that's why we see so much more happening now. We have like 3 different departments. Well, train department that's expanded and able to expand the terrain for the first time in a decade. The vehicles, obviously, you can see like you said, what's going on there, and that's sort of how that progressed. I hope that sort of clarified.
Yeah, it's always good to know what's happening behind the scenes. Thank you very much.
Well, I wanted to show you guys something else that we have ready that is pretty cool. And this is something that is unrelated to the Panzerjager1, but is related to the next coming release to World War II Online, so should have your attention. For a long time now, players have been requesting the ability to change target while on mission. Let's think about our bombers for a second, or our fighter pilots who are constantly, looking to... they're always moving from target to target based on the needs. So this is really important for those players in particular, but also for people who are mission leaders who are trying to maneuver troops and material to where they need to go. So I'd like to demonstrate for you now the ability to change mission target while spawned in and on mission. This is kind of a big deal. As you have your map screen open and you're in game, off to the left you'll see your key. You should notice that this is a new button. Before you had this, which was create a new mission, but this is edit a mission, and it's available only for the mission leader. So what we're going to do is we're going to say, hey, this was originally a forward base mission. Now we're going to adjust it to an attack on... we're going to make it a defensive mission, because why not? So here we go. We're going to go here just to that. It looks just like the mission creation, but it's an edit mission button. So we're going to say we're going to defend this CP. And also... so your origin won't change, but your target will. You can add in or edit mission orders if you like. And then simply, oops, that's my transmit key, sorry. And then you just edited your mission. So now, if you see, our target has changed, and our target is here now. We're going to do that one more time. So again, our origin will not change. You'd have to create a new mission for that. Right, Kempy? I'm pretty sure that doesn't change.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to then say, maybe I want maybe we have the forward base now. And we want to go for the AB or something. So we simply hit our edit mission button, we click on the objective, we left click it so it's highlighted. That green text indicates it's highlighted. We're going to then simply click here under mission objective and edit mission. So this is really important when we talk about maneuvering mobile spawns and things like that. Kempy, do you want to explain that for the crew, please?
What's that, sorry?
You mentioned about the FB and target change. I'm not tracking. Can you inform the players of what that means?
Oh, currently you can't set it back to a defensive mission at an FB.
Oh, okay. I think I see your point. Okay. Anyway, so that's cool. Hopefully you guys like that. We really don't have a lot more to share with you today. Of course, this will be a recording available on YouTube, Twitch, and on our Facebook page.
Well, this is really not a question, but that river next to Leuven, west of it, that actually looks nice. Like the one coming from Antwerp.
Yes, this is that's the dial, I believe, isn't it, Hatch?
I couldn't tell you. That'd be a now question.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Dial River is what he added. This is also new. Good eye.
Yeah, you might want to go take a little travel down the river and see if they know.
Okay, let me get the buzzard because I don't think you guys want to see this.
What is the ETA on parachuting dogs and spawnable sheep?
Trademark.
Okay. I've got to update my push to talk button because it's V, and in this thing, this is what it does. It just lowers it. Although that's not too horrible. I'll leave it alone for now. So this is the new dial river added to the game. I'm pretty certain that's what it is. TR6Al is responsible for this. So we'll go ahead and cruise down it, take a look at it. I think there's some other goodies as well. We're unveiling quite a bit here. So that's Wavra right there. Keep going. So yeah, Loyven's now a Hill town. I'm pretty sure this just was all land for forever, right?
Yeah.
And since this is in development, I'm sure he'll probably add some other stuff here. You can see the lines ended, but this is sufficient to modify the area.
Be sure to get down a little lower so they can see the riverbank, etc.
Sure. Let me take a look here.
New tree placement and yet whatnot.
It must be in some locations because I don't see that work here.
Where's Al? Al, where are you?
I'll keep an eye out for it.
I think this is it. Notice the trees that are along the riverbank. We didn't used to have any trees that were that close to the river.
Yeah, so there's ones that are right up on the very edge of the riverbank there, like them ones.
So I'm pretty sure you'll see that work along there here.
Nope.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, as everybody knows, in World War II Online, armored vehicles are damn near blind. So, you have two seats that are capable of seeing things, which is the commander and the driver. Now, only being able to have a two-person crew really makes that armored vehicle really blind. Is there any chances that it'll upgrade how many people we can have per armored vehicle?
You're saying more than 2 people for multi-crewing? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because if you had someone that was capable of sitting in the commander's seat and in the gunner and in the driver all at the same time and make a piece of equipment way more functional.
100% agreed. A little out of scope for our current priorities. That is not a simple thing to do. It requires tremendous code work, but it's something that we love. What I would encourage you to do is what we're showing you today is stuff that's going to be in a patch here very quickly. It's in testing right now. And then the things that I would strongly recommend is standing by for our 20th anniversary, because we have some pretty significant announcements to share with you then, things that we won't be getting into today that better help you understand of where the project's going and what we're trying to do. But I don't see that particular request happening anytime soon, but we totally buy into it, subscribe to it. We believe in that. It would be awesome.
Yeah, because something simple like someone sitting in the commander's seat could walk his gunner onto target is one big thing that I noticed that would make life amazingly. Because as of right now, you're sitting in the driver's hatch and you're trying to walk your gunner on target, but you're at the base of the hull, so you can't really see his view. Especially if you're hauled down behind cover.
Yeah, totally. Well, Hatch, I don't think they're aware yet of what we've done over in the Velissigen area. I don't think we've talked about that. Do you want to spill the beans here, or do you want to wait?
That I would. Is Al around for some of this? I mean, all this is his.
I know. I don't know. Check Slack. See if he's around. See if he can hop in.
I did notice some reeds or something around one of the
Yeah, the docks. Yeah.
Was that one of the things that you were looking for?
That was one of them, yeah. Just a second. We're going to see if we can get the terrain guy in here so he can, you know, share the love and all this. He's the guy who put all this stuff together, so we want to recognize him, but also he can give you a more detailed briefing because, again, this stuff's coming in game. Now, what's happening in the Vlissingen area is pretty significant. It's going to modify gameplay in that zone quite a bit, so I'd really like him to be here. So just give us a sec.
Guys, this is amazing. Like, amazing progress.
Thanks, Waver. It's good to see you, man.
You too, buddy.
Daniel John says he can't wait for the new skull unit. That's not happening. But in case you want to see the skull.
Yeah, Waver, we have Al has, again, Al's the guy that's sort of unlocked a lot of the terrain, and he's taking it forward from Merlin and 5, and he has all of the art we've ever had.
Oh, wow.
Old beta art. When I left the project in 2006, that was around 120, so he has that art, and then, of course, what's actually current.
Well, while we're waiting on him, I'm going to keep moving the camera around to keep people interested.
Not only that, I forgot, he also has the old extra RA stuff that we found, and he's been able to incorporate some of that stuff too.
Oh, that's great.
So this is new. It doesn't really do a lot for the zone per se, but it, you know, FMB could come in here and hide or something.
Could be a destroyer right there, and just if any destroyers are coming from Antwerp, you can interdict them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Definitely.
Yeah,
Looks like there's a ridge you can hide too.
Now.
I bet we can have some really cool special events right there.
Have a knife fight, free for all.
Need to put one of the depots on there, make it capable.
That would be cool. Knife Island.
Is that an FB placement?
I don't think so. It could be, but I don't think so.
The big thing is this changes up gameplay.
Isn't that the 18th, or yeah, and the last 18th hole right there?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta nail it from over there.
Yeah, there's an Easter egg tee on the edge of the.
Yeah, it looks like it's sunken in here a little bit. Yeah, picture the events here. This would be really cool. You know, it's not a half bad idea to add some sort of strategic point here. That might be really fascinating.
What if
You
you
have,
add
to,
like,
you, have to, you have to get boats involved.
Oh no, we got to get our Navy involved?
what if you had like a depot or something from that's linking the wall short in?
Yeah, totally.
We're so busy putting stuff in the game, we don't know how Discord works. Discord, what?
Wait, I thought this was a Zoom call.
What?
Well, technically.
Yeah, it could be argued that. Oh, this looks. That's new. These I'll go over here and burn some time while we wait on him. So this is new.
Where's that causeway at?
Da. Shush.
Never mind.
Okay, so that's interesting.
It's sand.
Yeah, and if our tools were a little less, you know, crude, it could look a lot better than that. So it's a little linear, we know, but our tools are, yeah.
Got fishing rods now. You can have a little fishing competition in that little lake there.
I actually just showed him like last week how he could address some of that stuff. That the hard corners. But it's not easy. It's a little time consuming.
I see racing opportunities here. It's good to see all of you here, by the way. Heck of a turnout for a Friday update. Yep, just little. What are these things called again? Holders or something?
Holders, yeah.
Look like emojis. Oh, that's cool.
He said he's here. Do you? Okay, now he just has to talk and or make sure his audio's going and rock on.
Yes. God damn.
Hey, one sec. Al, are you watching the stream so you can comment on
Yeah,
what everyone's seeing?
I see.
Okay.
I see a bush. Yeah.
Cool.
And
All right.
holders.
Cool. So what I wanted to do is go into the Vlissingen area, but I wanted you to do that and talk about the inspiration and like what's going on over there. So you ready for that?
Sure. Boom Boom's the inspiration, but we'll go from there.
All right, here we go. As we're heading over there, why don't you give them a briefing about what's going on and, again, the inspiration.
Okay, heading towards Antwerp? Yeah. Oh, heading back towards, okay. Yeah, the inspiration for that is actual reality. Apparently in World War II, that's basically the way it was set up. It was open between them. There was no water flowing. It was like a floodplain. And there was a big causeway. Actually, there's a big battle of Walcheren, the Walcheren Causeway. Apparently, the Canadians had a lot to do with it, etc. Germans were on the island. Took too much work, but it's basically another bridge. But I think that's going to change a lot on how people deal with the Zealands now. It is destructible, destroyable. Fair mills will pass through it, but destroyers will not.
Any questions? Yeah, basically, Vlissingen and Gravenpolder are now linked. Yeah, you guessed that right. And you can see he's got the bridge icon there for the causeway. So that will be a really important objective.
The only way I could get a land link to that island was basically make something.
Was there any other cool parts in this area you wanted to cover?
Basically just the polders, which you've already covered by the sound of it. Everything else, I've added some roads. I've added some useless roads, just for the sake of having them there, etc. Trying to reshape it so it does look more authentic. It will change. It's still a work in progress, but it's something to start with for now.
I showed your river, or we touched base on some of your riverside changes, the banks and some of the trees.
Okay.
So
Yep.
if you have a really good area that you'd like to us to go look at there, you can tell Xoom and he can go.
Well, those aren't in the game just yet, so.
Well, they're in this, right?
Which one's this?
This is A7 Alpha RC.
No, that's the next one coming up.
Okay, so the trees made it, but the riverbanks didn't yet.
Yes, exactly.
Hard to keep track.
Any other vessels laying around that would be of interest to show off?
Not vessels. There's only two boats. Only one boat actually to catch. The other thing is cranes in Antwerp, Rotterdam, Dunkirk, Oostende, etc.
Oh yeah, new sniper spots.
Yes, and I've also, with the tanker, I've added stairs, gangways on them. So now we can they're actually move a little further up to another one.
Some of those over in Antwerp too, so we could go over there and look at the.
Yeah, that's where Xoom is right now. It looks at it. Yeah, there's the crane. You can see on the side there's a gangway, and I've got some of the ships located so that they're right on the dock, so you can climb up them, run around into ships, shoot from the ships, etc.
But all this, even though as he said, this is a big work in progress, but you can see that we've unlocked a large part of our terrain work now. So you guys can, I hope you guys can see the possibilities here.
The crane's climbable. You can climb up it, run around, shoot from it, etc.
Just don't fall off about halfway up, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a long way down, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, Rotterdam is probably where you'll see the spot.
What is that?
Actually climb up. That's a coal barge. They've been in game for the last couple updates.
Oh, okay. The things you learn, I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, it's a nice time.
Anything else cool to show off? We talked about the dial a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts at Brussels and works all the way around to the other side of Wavre. And I've got a new bridge tile at Wavre to go over the rivers, the ones without roads and tracks. So that opens up a bit more, yeah, right there. Opens up a bit more flexibility for me to put bridges in places.
That's good. Yeah, I can see this looks quite a bit different. I do like the defensive position here as well. However, what's that?
Nothing.
All right. Any other any other questions from our players? I know we've been at this for a little bit now, but we have so much to show. It's a lot of good stuff. A lot of hard work here.
Looks good.
Not bad.
Really excited for this.
Boom Boom, I see you're here. What's up?
Yeah, well, not much actually. Been working with Al to get some of this stuff in game. We have some more goodies coming. I'm not sure how much Al has gotten to that.
Not this update, but the next one.
Yeah, so basically we're working on getting more obstacles into the terrain to make the terrain more channeling, so we can cut down on the truck rides a bit, and well, vehicle traffic all around the world, so we can have more tactical challenges, so to speak.
We did cover the Panzerjager1, just closing out while you're here. Was there anything, you were the one who put together all the artwork, so was there anything you wanted to say in terms of challenge, complexity, inspiration, anything?
Well, no, not really. Just gonna give a big props to Scotsman for making the sounds for this one, which is really awesome. And of course all the data connected to it, which is also awesome. And huge props to Hatch to solving some outstanding issues with the running gear, stuff like that. So it's a team effort, really. I'm pretty pleased with it. It looks good, shoots good, drives good.
Any other questions or comments from our players before we close out?
I see that it's got an open back to it and rifles to shoot the guys, but what kind of armament does this thing have?
Off the top of my head, it's got like 15 millimeters or something like that of armor, so it's basically good against small arms fire only.
Can you throw nades into the back of a turret or whatever?
During our testing, we were only out of 30 attempts. We were only able to get one to do any damage, so it's pretty hard to do, which is consistent with kind of how the M10 works.
Oh yeah, did anybody mention cows?
That's an Easter egg. We'll leave that for them.
Are they spawnable or no?
Cows? No.
Yeah, that's a replacement to the buzzard.
What?
Flying cows!
What? No llamas?
This is also some new. I mean, I'm not sure how long it's been live, but those trees alongside the road there are also one of Al's new improvements.
Actually, it changes this update.
Okay.
Basically, all I've done is I've taken a default tree and enlarged it slightly, so that now we'll have larger trees instead of them all being basically the same size.
It's very cool. Now those drunk drivers have to stay in between the lines, huh?
We just need to get him to have the roadside ditches back. Everyone loves those.
That's a thought.
All right, everybody. Well, I wanted to thank you guys for attending today. This is really great. We're going to go ahead and stop the recording in our live stream. If you have other questions, let us know. Hope to see some commentary in the forums and on Facebook. It's good times here, and we have a lot more coming, so thanks again. And appreciate everyone's hard work at CRS to make things like this possible. Oh, one last thing.